Opening mishap, the film opens with Johnny English in retirement, teaching geography at a small countryside school. He accidentally causes chaos during a field trip with VR headsets, mistaking them for surveillance tech. Meanwhile, an MI7 mission goes horribly wrong. Top agents are compromised worldwide. Pegasus reluctantly realizes only one man remains untraceable by modern systems: Johnny English. The reluctant hero is called back into service. Reluctant return Johnny is approached by Bao, now promoted but still loyal, to bring him back. English insists he's done saving the world and prefers the peace of rural life. But when he discovers his old Aston Martin has been repossessed by MI7, he changes his mind. Pegasus briefs him. A cyber terrorist known as the Architect is targeting global defense systems. Every agency has been hacked, except MI7's most analog agent. English smugly accepts. Finally, being useless has its uses. Gadget upgrade Q-like inventor Angus Quartermain introduces Johnny to a mix of outdated and new gadgets. He receives exploding fountain pens, AI-powered cufflinks, and an upgraded smartwatch. English, of course, accidentally detonates the pen during the briefing, singeing Pegasus' hair. Riley, a young, brilliant hacker assigned as his partner, scoffs at his incompetence. English is determined to prove old-school methods still work. Bao sighs, knowing disaster is inevitable. First leave Paris, their mission begins in Paris, where cyber attacks cripple the city's infrastructure. The English mistakes an innocent mime for a suspect, leading to a chaotic chase through the Louvre. Riley successfully tracks a digital trail to a secret meeting of cyber mercenaries. English accidentally sets off the museum's security while hiding in a sarcophagus. Despite the fiasco, they recover a crucial flash drive. The Architect now knows Johnny is in play. Digital disaster on a train to Berlin. Riley decrypts the drive, uncovering blueprints of global satellites. Johnny, curious, presses random keys and accidentally wipes part of the data. Fortunately, one file remains, named Dr. Otto Krieg, a disgraced tech mogul. The Architect is building a rogue satellite to control global weapons. Bao warns Johnny this is world-ending serious. Johnny nods, then spills tea all over Riley's laptop. Spy gala gone wrong. Steven sends the team undercover to a high society gala in Berlin. Johnny poses as a wealthy arms dealer but fails miserably at the accent. A dance scene spirals into slapstick chaos as he tangles with enemy agents. Riley retrieves intel while Johnny accidentally incapacitates 3 henchmen with champagne corks. They escape in a stolen gondola lift, pursued across the city's skyline. Johnny insists it was all perfectly planned. The Architect revealed the Architect is unmasked as Cassandra Voss, a brilliant AI scientist turned anarchist. She believes governments can't be trusted with weapons, so she'll control them herself. Her AI network, Prometheus, is already hijacking military satellites. She sends a personal message to English mocking his outdated methods. Johnny takes it as a compliment. Bao realizes Cassandra sees Johnny as unpredictable and dangerous. Training montage. Riley insists Johnny learn basic digital skills to keep up. We get a comedic montage of him failing at smartphones, passwords, and facial recognition. He accidentally uploads a TikTok of himself trying gadgets, which goes viral worldwide. The publicity alerts Cassandra, who sets a trap in Rome. Pegasus is furious, but the public now sees English as a legendary spy. Johnny mistakes it for genuine respect. Roman mayhem in Rome. Johnny follows what he thinks is a lead, actually a street magician. The chase turns into chaos at the Colosseum, with Johnny crashing a gladiator reenactment. Meanwhile, Riley discovers Cassandra's base hidden beneath Vatican catacombs. Johnny accidentally triggers the alarms by leaning on a giant lever. Hordes of mercenaries swarm, but his bumbling creates perfect distractions. They escape, but Cassandra steals back the flash drive. Rift in the team. Riley is fed up with Johnny's mistakes, calling him a liability. Johnny insists his instincts are better than all those fancy computers. Bao mediates, reminding them they need each other. Cassandra broadcasts a threat. In 72 hours, she'll seize nuclear control. English vows to stop her, even if it means using the internet. Riley reluctantly gives him one last chance. Training Take 2 Riley finally teaches Johnny basic hacking with old-school analog tricks. He surprisingly masters a paper hacking by physically swapping files and plugs. They bond, with Riley admitting Johnny's unpredictability keeps them alive. Johnny finally gets one over on a voice assistant AI, declaring victory. Bao smiles. He might actually be learning. Cassandra prepares her satellite launch in Iceland. Mission Iceland, the team heads to Iceland, where Cassandra's fortress lies inside a volcano. Johnny disguises himself as a Scandinavian fisherman, badly faking the accent. They infiltrate through geothermal tunnels, slipping past patrols. Of course, Johnny sets off a geyser eruption, alerting everyone. A firefight erupts, with Johnny bumbling into victory once more. They finally reach the control room. Face off with Cassandra. Cassandra confronts Johnny, mocking him as the last analog man. He proudly agrees, boasting that a paper never crashes. She activates the satellite countdown, locking global nukes to her command. Riley tries to hack the system but is blocked by Prometheus AI. Johnny, fiddling with wires, accidentally creates a feedback loop. To everyone's shock, the AI freezes. Chaos in the control room. Johnny, thinking he's making coffee, pulls the wrong lever, shutting down the launch bay. Missiles jam, alarms blare, and Cassandra's men panic. Riley uses the distraction to disable the satellite permanently. Cassandra attempts to escape, but Johnny trips her with a fishing net. Bao sighs in relief. Only Johnny English could save the world by accident. The fortress begins to collapse. Volcano escape. The team flees as lava erupts around them. Johnny drives a snowmobile across collapsing ice bridges. Bao clings on while Riley desperately holds the deactivated core. Cassandra is swept away by the lava, vowing revenge. Johnny miraculously lands the snowmobile on a passing fishing boat. He insists it was all part of the plan. Back to London. In London, the Prime Minister awards Johnny with a knighthood. Johnny bows too low, knocking over the ceremonial sword. Riley is offered a permanent role at Umashragan. Finally respecting English in her own way, Bao is promoted again, though he secretly prefers working with Johnny. Pegasus reluctantly admits he was the right man for the job. Johnny milks the applause, striking spy poses. School epilogue. Johnny returns briefly to his school, greeted by cheering students. He tells them geography is the most dangerous subject of all. He tries to demonstrate his gadgets, accidentally blowing up the chalkboard. The kids cheer louder, believing it's intentional. Riley visits, smiling at his unlikely dual life. Johnny declares himself the greatest spy and teacher in Britain. Twist ending. Late at night, Johnny checks his emails for the first time. He finds a strange encrypted message addressed only to him. It simply reads, "We've been watching you. We've been watching you. You're not done yet." Attached is a photo of Cassandra alive. Johnny screams at the laptop, a "not again." The Omnitrix, "sorry, wrong movie" vibe, winking face. The screen cuts to black. Post-credit gag #1. Johnny tries using self-driving car technology. The car locks him out, forcing him to chase it down the street. Bao drives past in his own perfectly normal car, shaking his head. The scene ends with Johnny declaring, "This is why I stick to manuals." Post-credit gag #2. Back at MI7, Quartermain tests a new invisibility cloak. Johnny borrows it, thinking he's invisible. He walks proudly, completely visible. Pegasus watches on camera, sighing, "Oh, God help us all." Title card. Johnny English will return.